from my body. And if he was able to switch over and hug my arm, now he's got my arm kind of separated. Okay? So, I mean, there's nothing, I mean, as he does that, I'm going to switch under, but this gives him the opportunity for that. This doesn't. If I need to frame, just frame in front of his shoulder here, because if he tries to switch, it's real easy just to come here. No problem. Okay? So that was a tip from last week. So, what we did last week is we had our frames here, and he goes to a case gets on. Yeah. Okay? And so from here, what we did was kind of got a sense that, like a feeling for their balance and their base. Okay? If he's got my shoulder, my elbow here, okay, I'm not just going to sit here and fight it. Okay? That move that we did on our side, right? Hips, shoulders, pull my elbow down. I got to create that space. If he's sucked in tight here, I can't get my elbow to the mat, right? So, make space with your body. Now I get my elbow down. So you can hold my elbow a little bit. Here we go. Here. It's real easy to get your elbow down. Okay. Also, what it does is I'm keeping my hips flat on the mat. I'm not turning this way. Me just moving my hips away like this causes him to get off balance. Okay, so as I'm doing this to get my elbow down, he's off balance. And I can start to sit up. Okay? So that was one thing that we went over last week. Okay, so that's what I want to just break off and work on for about, just a few minutes. As the person starting in normal side control, you have your cross face blocked, your head's flat, your arms tucked. Okay? They start to sit, you feel them start to sit. Scoot your hips out and sit up. Okay? When I do this, I'm not turning my hips. It's really important not to do that. So as he sits, I scoot my hips flat and I sit up. Okay? And I keep my frame strong. I'm not coming here, go ahead and sit through. I'm not coming here and sitting up into my frames. It's not gonna work. Okay? So, as he sits through, my frames, I don't let him get any ground back. If he pushes back into me, my frames stay strong. Sit back up. Okay? Now this escape too is not that high percentage. I think the main purpose of this escape is to get a reaction out of them so you can start making space in other escapes. I mean, if they're here and they sit through and you're able to just go with it, by all means, take it. But you're looking for a reaction of them, and most of the time, if they sit through, you start to sit up, they're gonna create space, they're gonna turn their hips back down, like face down with greater side control, and you're gonna start making your space that way. Okay? But for right now, we're just gonna break off, start here, move your hips straight out. Sit up. Okay? Any questions on that? Pretty simple. Okay, hands up. 1, 2, 3. Because otherwise it's going to keep me flat. Okay, so what I do, move your shoulders, get your elbow down to the mat. Okay, now this leg, you're always, just like if he was square, you have this butted up against him to feel, like, because if I don't, he can just go like feet to belly or mount or whatever, right? So I always have this leg kind of against him. I'm not really driving it. Yeah. Okay. And then also this leg should be starting to point out because I want to get onto my side to escape. Okay. Now from here, we're gonna do a bridge. And a lot of people get this kind of bridge confused because a lot of people bridge straight into it. It really isn't going to do much. Okay. So with this one, you're gonna bridge straight up. Okay. Your elbow is going to be here to block his hip. Okay. And then you go just like a regular hip escape. You bring your knee to your elbow. Okay. Also, note this leg is always pointing out. I don't want to bridge into my side. side to have my feet close together, only being pushed back flat. Okay? So, as you bridge to your side, your leg out. If you try to push into me, it's really hard. Okay? Now it's important to know where the pressure of your frames are going to be now. Okay? This bottom hand now is no longer going to be pushing, like keeping him away. It's going to be pretty much like 90% your top frame here. Okay? And the thing is just have your elbow up. This is your stance, your posture here. This frame isn't really, this is pretty much just keeping this arm in check in case he tries to grab my head again. Right? So I can keep this frame here. But this frame is what's keeping his body away. Right here. Okay? So now, I get my knee in, so I hip escaped, I get my knee in his hip. And my knee and my elbow together. Now from here, it's going to be, I need to move away. I need to create space to get back into the guard. So that whole thing of shrimping, right? Bring your knee to your hip escape, and then you walk your shoulders away, right? And if you have to, if you keep pushing in, keep doing it, right? Create this space. He has to engage you now. Like he pretty much escaped. No escape, right, is going to work first time perfectly. In reality, when you're escaping something, you have to keep working at it and chip away at the technique, right? You can't just start in side control and then just one movement get back into guard. It doesn't happen. Okay, so from here, right? Boom, get my elbow to the mat. Here, bridge, hip escape out, bring my knee through to touch my elbow. Then from here, I'm pointed out. He's pushing into me. It's going to be this frame. Okay? Bring my shoulder back. Here. He keeps pushing into me. I can hip escape and keep walking through. And now I'm in the guard. Forehead. Don't sit down and out, right? Okay? So, really important when you do this. Start from square. Okay. From here, he turns. Oh, boom, I need to get my elbow here. Okay? Notice how I wiggled, right? I didn't bridge yet. Right? First thing I'm worried about was my elbow, right? So I wiggle and I'm getting kind of to my side. My hips are not flat. And I'm working this. Bridge, boom. He keeps pushing into me, my top frame. Keep going, move back and forth. And I'm here. That's it. You guys square back up. Somehow I'm out of side control. Okay? Any questions on that? I know, it's combining a couple things that we did, right? Beginning class, we did this, right? So you're doing that to free your elbow. You just hold your elbow, you're creating a little bit of space to get your elbow to the mat. Okay? Now you're here. Hip escape, up your shoulder. Get that space that you need to get your knee through. Right? Does that make sense to everybody? It's kind of a simple thing, but a lot of us do it wrong. A lot of us will bridge, stay here with our feet, and then we're flattened out. Okay, bridge again. Stay here, we're flattened out. Or we get our arm control, and let's try to bridge here. Our arm control is not working, so kind of got to work on the fundamentals of building a good frame and base, and that makes it easier to get out. It helps you structure to get out instead of muscle, right? Okay, so let's give that a shot. Hands up. 1, 2, 3.